Welcome back, people. A busy video ahead of us. So we are making a router jig to make repeatable cuts to make catch-all trays, and using two methods. So one basic woodworking method and the other one a 3D printer method. Before we start, I need to ask you for a favor. So if you can hit that like button and maybe drop a comment, as we are struggling a little bit with views here, that would be much appreciated. So now, without further ado, sit back, relax, and I hope you'll enjoy the video. And this is what we're working with. So a very simple handheld Amazon router and a 10mm acrylic plate. The process is very simple, but I'll quickly walk you through it. First, we need to find and mark the center of the acrylic plate. Once that's done, let's remove the base from the router and disassemble it. Now we can use this as a template to mark exactly where we need to drill the mounting holes and the hole for the router bit. Use a Forstner bit to drill the router bit hole and metal drill bits for the mounting holes. Don't forget to countersink them so the bolts sit flush. Hopefully you've marked yours better than I did. One of my screws doesn't line up with the hole, but this is just for my own use, so I can live with it. This is what we'll use, a template profiler router bit to remove the excess material from the tray. Now let's just put everything together and peel off the protective film. That's nice, clean and transparent, right? Well, don't worry, it won't stay like this for long. Time to move on to cutting, preparing and gluing up our scrap wood. I'm sure you know the drill, so I'll let the tools and some music do the talking. Just sit back and enjoy the process.
Innocence and honesty keep signaling my brilliance. Living in this harmony, it's hard to see the change. Ignorance and poverty with thinking and resilience. Adrenaline, my arteries are masking all the pain. I symbolize the vigilance, we need to rise above it. It makes it hard to breathe when we're living in the flames. So make rhythms and we influence the youngest. It's like we plant the seed and watch them grow into the name.
Lately I've been studying Ibrahim Traore. What it takes to make change, blood and tears, that they assure me. Stripes and gun range, bodyguards at every doorway. Civil rights to sustain this peace over for Harlem. If we had to fight, we had to fight. That's why we ain't seen another Thomas and Carl. Who are you when you can change all the fortunes of your people? I'm tired too, I used to blame Western forces of evil. I'm tired too, I'm choosing pain and let my hatred try to greet you. I'm asking, can I really flex? Forget the poverty we've been through. Puppets in our section. Check the strings above, you know it's lethal. And am I still collecting? I'll try to protect my own peace and breathe through.
Thoughts of wandering away with me today. Fading into grey. Yeah, it's okay. Instant pictures of this silhouette in vain. Dare to speculate. No fear.
Let's tackle the basic router tray. This is my first attempt, so yeah, it didn't go perfectly. I started by cutting 10mm plywood strips for the template walls. I used double-sided tape to hold it in place. Spoiler alert, That was a big mistake, but you'll see why in a minute. Now I attached plywood strips to the glue-up scrap wood tray, layering them to raise the surface for the router bit bearing. It's finally time to test our router plate and see how it performs. Being made out of acrylic, it slides smoothly on wooden surfaces. Unfortunately, that's the only thing that worked perfectly. My plywood template failed, letting the router bit go too far. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes, so let's move on to the attempt number 2. No messing around this time. I'm using thicker plywood for the template and CA glue instead of the tape. I set the router a bit deeper than before, and surprisingly, it got through the softened hardwood glue up without any issues. My thicker plywood template also performed really well, with just one hiccup at the end, but nothing a little glue can fix. Nothing goes to waste here, so I reused the panel from the failed attempt. Because of the glue-up orientation, it flexes a bit, so I reinforced it with a scrap piece of cedar shingle I had lying around. Now that the hard work is done, we can move on to shaping, hand sanding and applying a final layer of hard wax oil to protect and finish the piece. For the second catch-all tray, we're taking a completely different approach. Learning from the first attempt, we'll start by reinforcing the glue-up. I'm making a simple tool from scrap wood that lets me cut the board at an angle. Now we'll glue a thin strip of plywood and some colored leftover 3D filament between the two board halves. If you're curious where this idea came from, check out my scrap wood laptop stand video linked at the end. And this is our template. Designing and making a router template with a 3D printer makes the whole process easily repeatable, with exactly the same results every time. On top of that, 3D printed templates allow for much more complex designs. I know this won't be everyone's cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine, but it's another option you might want to consider. It's there if you feel like experimenting or trying something a bit different. Finally, let's get this one ready for a coat of hard wax oil to finish it off. I'm really curious to hear which version you prefer, so be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. I always enjoy reading what you think. I've also put together a selection of videos for you to watch next, so stick around until the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.